Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Inasya Rahmasita Irianda. My NPM is 2022 12500 I'm from class Y4E and I am a student from Indraprastha PGRI University. This learning video was made for an exam assignment from Computer Assisted Language Learning. On this occasion, I will explain material regarding complex sentences. What is complex sentence? A complex sentence is a sentence containing an independent clause and one or more dependent clause. Like a compound sentence, a complex sentence has an independent clause. However, the dependent clause or subordinate clause is introduced by a subordinate conjunction, which is sometimes referred as a clause signal. Independent and subordinate clause. A clause is a group of words containing a subject and a verb. An independent clause has a subject and a verb and can stand alone because it expresses a complete thought. Example, I studied for the test. A subordinate clause has a subject and a verb but cannot stand alone because it does not express a complete thought. It depends on another clause to be complete. Example, although I was tired. Independent and subordinate clause in complex sentence. A complex sentence combines both an independent and dependent clause. Example, first, although I was tired, I studied for the test. Second, I studied for the test although I was tired. In the first sentence, although I was tired consists of conjunction, subject plus verb, and in the sentence I studied for the test consists of subject plus verb. In the second sentence, I studied for the test consists of subject plus verb as main clause, and in the sentence although I was tired consists of conjunction, subject plus verb. Independent and subordinate clause practice. For each clause below, determine whether the clause is independent or can stand alone, or subordinate or cannot stand alone. Number 1. A single sword is held aloft. Number 2. After you left me. Number 3. Because my uncle sat at the stone table. Number 4. That a serpentine hair hangs over one ear. Number 5. Which is a hidden pleasure. Number 6. You lose yourself in the cave of endless spirit. And here's the answer. Number 1. A single sword is held aloft is independent clause. Number 2. After you left me is subordinate clause. Number 3. Because my uncle sat at the stone table is subordinate clause. Number 4. That a serpentine hair hangs over one ear is subordinate clause. Number 5. Which is a hidden pleasure is subordinate clause. Number 6. You lose yourself in the cave of endless spirit is independent clause. Subordinating conjunction, adverb clause. An adverbial subordinate clause begins with a subordinating conjunction. Here is a list. After, as if, as long as soon as, although, as if, because, before, even if, since, so that, though, till, unless, until, when, whenever, wherever, while. And this is how adverb clauses are created. Formula: a subordinating conjunction plus a sentence equal an adverb clause. Example: although plus the sunset behind Lake Tahoe is spectacular become although the sunset behind Lake Tahoe is spectacular. First point, When a subordinate clause that begins with a subordinating conjunction falls at the beginning of the sentence, put a comma after the clause. It acts as an introductory clause. Second point, when it falls at the end, no comma is needed. Example, first, because I didn't study, I didn't pass the exam. Second, I didn't pass the exam because I didn't study. Subordinating conjunction adverb clause practice. Number 1. Identify the independent clause in this sentence. Because I love cedar waxwings, I stare up into the sky too long. Number 2. Identify the subordinate clause. If I were a lily, I think I would wait all day for the hummingbird's green face. Number 3. Identify the subordinate clause. Until only a child on a unicycle was left, the actors continually left the stage one by one. And here's the answer. Number 1. Independent clause. I stare up into the sky too long. Number 2. Subordinate clause. If I were a lily. Number 3. Subordinate clause. Until only a child on a unicycle was left. Introducing relative clause. Those subordinate clauses that function as adjectives are known as relative clauses. Relative clauses begin with one of the following relative pronouns, like who, that, which, whom, whose, what, when, where, why. We are going to focus on the three that we use most often in our writing: who, that, and which. For the example, there come a dream of hopes, and the explanation, that never yet had flushed his cheek. The independent clause there come a dream of hopes plus the relative clause that never yet had flushed his cheek. Relative pronouns can be used to begin a relative clause which is also dependent and can be used in a complex sentence. Example, I meet a man. The explanation, who had lost the ability to cry or sing. The independent clause, I meet a man, plus the relative clause, who had lost the ability to cry or sing. Who versus which versus that. Use who or whom, whomever, whose to add information about a person or animal. Example, my cat who is 15 years old likes to lie on the porch all day. Use that to add essential information about a thing or animal. Example, the animal that I like best is the platypus. Use which to add non-essential information about a thing or animal. Example, a platypus, which is my favorite animal, was recently added to one of the exhibits at the zoo. Relative clause practice. Identify the independent and relative clauses contained in the following complex sentences. Number 1. The men of England plough for the lords who oppress them. What is the relative clause in this sentence? Number 2. The living winds which flow like waves above the living waves below are creating navigational difficulties for the nightingales. What is the independent clause in this sentence? And here's the answer. Number 1. The relative clause is who oppressed them, and for the independent clause is the men of England plough for the lords. Number 2. The relative clause is which flow like waves above the living waves below. And for the independent clause is the living winds are creating navigational difficulties for the nightingales. Introducing noun clause. As the name suggests, a noun clause functions as a noun that are used as the subject of a verb, as the object of a verb, as the object of a preposition, as a subjective complement, and as an appositive. The following are some of the clause signals or introductory words for noun clauses. First point, that, if, whether. Second point, words that can be used to create questions: how, what, when, where, whom, why. Third point, the ever words: however, whatever, whenever, wherever, whichever, whoever, whomever. When a noun clause gets added to an independent clause, the result is a complex sentence. Study these two examples. Example 1. What the clown found so funny was a mystery. Is this complex sentence? No. Example 2. We did not understand why George was twitching in the forsythias. Is this complex sentence? Yes. A complex sentence consists of an independent clause and at least one subordinate clause. Example 1 above consists of a noun clause plus a predicate. In the sentence, was a mystery, and is not a complex sentence. In example 2, however, we do find one independent and one subordinate clause. Noun clause practice. Turn the second independent clause into a noun clause by adding a noun clause marker to the front of it. Number 1. First independent clause. She understands something. Second independent clause. Truth is a mix of gold and silver. Number 2. First independent clause. They did not comprehend something. Second independent clause. The duck had spoken to the drake. Number 3. First independent clause. We loved something. Second independent clause. The weatherman would stop to bow. Here's the answer. Number 1. The sentence become, she understands why truth is a mix of gold and silver. Number 2. They did not comprehend whatever the duck had spoken to the drake. Number 3. We laughed when the weatherman would stop to bow. Mixed or multiple clause. Complex sentences can contain mixed clauses such as an adverb clause and a relative clause, or multiple clauses such as 3 adverb clauses. Here is an example of a complex sentence containing mixed clauses. When Arjuna threw down his bow, the warriors who were his cousins and kin ceased their fighting. This example contains an independent clause and 2 subordinate clauses. First point, independent clause, the warriors ceased their fighting. Second point, adverb clause, when Arjuna threw down his bow. Third point, relative clause, who were his cousins and kin. Mixed or multiple clause practice. Each of these 5 sentences consists one of independent clause and 2 subordinate clauses. Identify the 3 clauses in each and determine whether the subordinate clauses are adverb, relative, or noun. Number 1. As the nails began to fly away, we wondered how we were to get any work done. Is 1 independent and 2 subordinate. Number 2. The busybody who lives next door understands that the bronze statues have been trapped in towels. Is 1 independent and 2 subordinate. Number 3. The donkey stands, which can be seen through the front window, will haunt you this day, till you have left your shutters closed. Here's the answer. Number 1. For independent clause is we wondered. For adverb clause is as the nails began to fly away. And for noun clause is how we were to get any work done. Number 2. For independent clause is the busybody understands. For relative clause is who lives next door. And for noun clause is that the bronze statues have been trapped in towels. Number 3. For independent clause is the donkey stands will haunt you this day. For relative clause is which can be seen through the front window. And for adverb clause is to you have left your shutters closed. That's all my explanation of the material regarding complex sentences. I hope the video regarding this material can be understood well and can be useful for everyone. I thank you very much for watching my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.